Jai Hind everyone. I am before you to present the video lecture for the complex topic series of that a very good for an innovative segment of our college AKGEC Ghaziabad. So I am before you to present the video lecture for the subject data communication and networks, which code as per the AKT curriculum, that is BEC 062. So I have in this lecture I have chosen the topic basics of data communication and networks. So that means in this lecture I have totally focused on this term, that is the or just we can say that the demonstration of this word of subject data communication and network. What is this data, what is communication, and what is the role of in between of networking. So, okay, so just I want to give you just a little bit information regarding this three terms which has been used in this name, in the name of the subject data communication and networking. So I have chosen that topic name basics of data communication and networking. So in this, first of all, if you see that what will be the data, first of all, what is the data and communication of flow of this data from one end to another end. But the data is not a sufficient thing. Data is one part, and the another part, when we will analyze this data, so we will get some useful information from there. So the data which is indirect also related with the term information. So in this slide we are just focusing on to this term data and this information. So as per this data, regarding this data refers to the raw facts, that one, that are collected. Okay, that means some parts information content that can be collected. So it's in a raw data, raw facts can be mentioned here, that are collected, while the information refers to this processed this data where this raw facts will be collected, that enables us to take a decision. So that means when we will analyze this raw facts, collections of all these content which we are named as a data. So what will be happening here? What will be the content? So as per that, when it processed to the system or some other things, then we get some information, some useful information. With the help of that, we are able to take after the analyzing this fact or the data, we are in a such a state to take some decision. So that will be decision. The conclusion word for that is your information. So here it is simply named that data refers to the raw facts that are collected, while the information refers to processed the data that enables to take some decision. So for that example, the one of the point you can see here, that when result of a particular test is declared, it contains the data of all students. Here, when you find the simply taking a examination, that result will be any test will be conclude that it will be the data of the all student. If the student will be 60 in that class, so this will be the data. But when you find the marks, when we analyze this term marks, so who have scored, find the marks you have scored the information. The marks will have the information that will decide that either you have passed or failed. So when the worked on to the data, some decision will be taking there. So information that can be included with this, in this example, with this test, that will be the pass or failed, which will be referred to as your information. So that some informative part will be. So the data, what data refers to any information which is presented in a form that is agreed and accepted upon by its creators and users. That means who have created it and who is dealing with this data. So the next term after that, the data communication. So that means another thing comes here when we see in this picture this data. Now what is this communication? So communication simply means that the exchange of information from between the two entities. So similarly, in this data communication, it is a process of exchanging data or information. Clear? Means from one is a sender or another one is receiver in this case. So in case of computer network, if we'll see state that the exchange is done between the two devices over a transmission medium here. This is also in a data communication. So this process involves a communication system which is made up of a hardware as well as software part. So the hardware part involves the sender and receiver devices and the intermediate devices through the data passes. After that, the software part, this one hardware, the software part involves the certain rules which specify what is to be communicated, okay, how it is to be communicated and when. So it is called a protocol. That protocol is what? Protocol is a set of rules that can be decided. Okay. So the following section describe the fundamental characteristics that are important for the effective working of data communication process, and it is followed by component that make up all the data communication system. So for this data communication, what will be the component is required? Minimum component which is helpful for this data communication. That means we can say that the exchange of this information. So how can it possible? So for that point of view, now we have to work moving forward to this component part. Just get the little bit idea regarding this characteristics of this data communication. So what should be the characteristics exist in a data communication? So the first one, the delivery part. That will what? The delivery should be, that means the data should be transmitted from the sender and received to the receiver in a correct manner. That means it should be what the information, let's say information hello is passed, that this information hello transferred to the receiver, delivered to the receiver. So this will be a delivery. Delivery is one of the important first point. That one, accuracy. The communication system should deliver the data accurately. Accurately means if I have said that the statement, I am going to somewhere. This is a statement. This is a data which is passing, or I am going to, let's say I am saying that I am going to Hyderabad. So this is a general word information. When I communicate some system, so the duty of this system, communication system, is that this information I am going to Hyderabad should be delivered to the receiver without any noise, okay, without any error. So this will be the accuracy. Okay, timeliness. This is simply the next one, timeliness. That will be the audio and video data has to be delivered in a timely manner without any delay. Okay, so this will such a data delivery is called a real time transmission of data. Then the next one is jitter. It is a variation in the packet arrival time, because the data when transmit, when we go in the detail, when we find that the this data is now communicating from transmitter to the receiver via OS with the help of some medium which has been transferred in the form of packet. So okay, so here this will be jitter related directly to this variation of the packet arrival time. Okay. So these are some characteristic points. Now the what will be the next point that we have discussed earlier, that the components of this data communication. So how many components can be used here? So in this part, this can be categorized here. The first one, that is sender, who wants to send the data for a system, that means it is using. So in this system, sender will use some protocols. It is in a set of rules which is decided already. Then medium by which this information should, means that this data or the message, data is what? Actual information in content, which are also named as a message. So this message should be transferred with the help of some medium. Then the medium should be maybe wired or wireless. Anything can be possible, and then it should be received by some another entity, that is a receiver. So some stations maybe or system. Okay, so this will be the basic component. Here if we see that this is protocol, sender, message, medium and receiver are the basic component which is required for the data communication. So what will be these components? So the first one, that is message. Message is what? The information to be communicated by the sender to the receiver. Then sender is any device that is capable of sending this message. Now receiver is what? To the message which is transferred, who will receive this message. So the receiver is a device that sender wants to communicate the data or to receive some data which is transmitted by the sender. Then next one is transmission medium. So the medium, it is the path by which the message travel from sender to receiver. It can be wired or wireless. So this is another interesting point that can be, so supporting medium which is helpful to carry that information or data from sender to receiver. Okay, but it should be wired or wireless. Anything can be possible here. The next one, that is we have seen that the protocol which is mentioned in the previous slide along to at the sender side as well as receiver side. So here it is an agreed upon set or rules used by the sender and receiver to communicate data, which is both will be known to each other, and protocol is a set of rules that governs this data communication. The protocol is a set of rules. This is one of the important that governs this data communication. So some standard has been decided here. So this should be followed, which is already decided, not go beyond this. Okay. So a protocol is a necessity in data communication without which the communicating entities are like two persons trying to talk to each other in a different language without know the other language. So simply it will help in also someone is know the other manner, someone is in different manner. So this can be mutual coordination provided by this protocol. So how can they, what will be the, if we see for this data, so how can this data will be presented? So the next point is that is your data representation. So the data representation, if we say that data is a collection of raw fact which is processed to deduce some information. So this may be in the different form. The first one is text. Okay, so text include the combination of alphabet in small cases and upper cases. It is stored as a pattern of bits, prevent coding like ASCII 2 or Unicode. So it may be a text in the form of alphabet, maybe in a data, maybe in a numbers. So this can include the digits from 0 to 9. It is stored as a pattern of bits, prevalent encoding system like this one already stated. Images, maybe information, image also shows some information. So the next point, that is the in the form of data can be represented in the text, number or images. So an image is a worth of 1,000 words is very famous saying. In computer, images are digitally stored. So it is a pixel is the smallest element of an image. To put in a center, picture or image is a matrix of pixel element. The pixels are represented in the form of bits. So depending upon the type of image, each pixel would require different number of bits to represent the value of pixel. So the size of image depend upon the number of pixels and the bit pattern to indicate the value of each pixel. So here example state that if in a purely black and white, so each pixel can be represented by a value of either 0 or 1. So an image made up of 10 by 10 pixels would require only 100 bits in a memory to be stored here. So on the other hand, an image that include gray may require 2 bits to represent every pixel value, 00 black, 01 dark gray, 10 for light gray, 11 for white. So it can be digitally stored. So the same 10 cross 10 pixel image would now require 200 bits of memory to be stored. Commonly used format for this images, that is JPG, PNG, BMP, etc. Those will be the format in which this image should be presented. Or the next is audio. So data can be in the form of sound, which can be recorded or broadcast. Okay. So audio data is continuous, not discrete. The next one is video. Video refers to the broadcasted data in the form of pictures or movie here. So this is the form of data representation. Now after this data may be here already discussed that it will be in a number, text, image, video, audio, etc. So but how it could be moved from what it should flow from the medium. So in this way, this will explain when the two devices communicated with each other by sending and receiving data, the data can flow between the two devices in the following way, that is between the sender or receiver, this data transmission. How it is possible? How it can be possible from the medium? So it can be a simplex. It can be categorized in three parts, that is simplex, half duplex and the full duplex. So what is it? Now we will see. So when the simplex part, if we see, So in this simplex, it is in a unidirectional communication. Only one of the device send the data and other only receive the data. So that means you can see here, this is CPU or monitor, the data which we have entered by keyboard, then it will be processed by the CPU and displayed only to the monitor only. So this is in a one way. Anything cannot be comes from the monitor to CPU. So this is a unidirectional flow here. So example, in the our diagram, CPU send data while a monitor only receive it. So it is a simple way, simplex way. It's like in a way, that means we have only one way traffic. That means not the second way. Return way is not possible, only one way. Okay. The next one, that is your half duplex. So in this half duplex, both the station can transmit as well as receive, but not at the same time. That means just like in a railway track where between the two stations only one railway track will be there. So at a time only one can be moved from station 1 to 2 or from station 2 to station 1. Not simultaneously possible. So this is the simple meaning of this half duplex. So when one device is sending, other can be receive only. So example, a walkie-talkie like here. So as you can see in this picture, station 1 can transmit at T1 time, station 2 at time T2, not at T1. That means that simultaneously data transmission is not possible from the both stations. Now full duplex. In a full duplex mode, both stations can transmit and receive at the same time. So that is like mobile phone here. So station 1, station 2, which can be transmit or receive the data at a time simultaneously. So that no one should wait or no one should stop. So that it can be continuously transmission from the both side will be possible. That is the simply a full duplex. So this will be the three modes for the flow of data, that is simplex, half duplex or full duplex here. So what is this computer network? Networking area, if we see, here we have seen that regarding this data communication, but not about the network. So here we are using the topic name, that is your computer network, which is used for this data communication, because station systems are connected with each other in a device, in a room, in a building, in a campus, or in a city, or in a metropolitan city, or in a country at any world. So the definition, if we see, so a computer net can be defined as a collection of nodes. A node can be any device capable of transmitting or receiving this data. The communicating nodes have to be connected by communication links here. So the computer net should be ensure reliability of the data communication, security of this data, and performance by achieving higher throughput and smaller delay time. So this will be the this means when we transmit data to another system, one system to another system, so there should be a network should be available there. So that means how it is possible. So for that point of view, the main main term is that is the nodes here. So category of this network we will think. So it will state that the network are categorized on the basis of their size. The three basic category of the computer networks are: the first one is local area network, LAN. The first one is local area network. The next one is wide area network, and the third one is your metropolitan area network, MAN. So local area network is usually limited to a few kilometers. The restriction is this of area. It may be privately owned and could be a network inside an office on one of the floor of a building, or a LAN could be a network consisting of the computer in an entire building. When wide area network is made up of all the networks in a geographically large area, the network in the entire state of the Maharashtra could be an WN. Metropolitan area network is of size between LAN and WAN. This is an intermediate stage between of these two in terms of size, is named as metropolitan area, MAN. It is larger than LAN but smaller than WAN. It may comprise the entire network in a city like Mumbai. So now we will see in the detail about this. So a local area network, LAN, if we see that, so local area network is a type of computer network that covers relatively small geographical area such as like office, building, school, hospital, or homes like. So in this, a LAN typically consists of a group of interconnected computers, servers, printers, and other devices. Okay, that are connected to, but they are connected to common media like the Ethernet cables or Wi-Fi. So this can be include sharing internet connection, storage devices, files, document accessing, shared printers, and other hardware devices, and communicating with each other users on the network. So some common LAN topologies which is used for this networking, that can be used as bus, star, and ring configuration. So that means how this two or more devices in a LAN can be connected. So its pattern named as a bus, star is a topology which has been bus, star, or ring here. So the device on a LAN can be connected directly to one another, or they can be connected through a central hub or switch here, which is also a topology part of this LAN. So a network which consists of less than 500 interconnected devices across several buildings is still recognized as a LAN. It is a very high speed network from the speed from 10 Mbps to 100 Mbps, which is faster than this MAN and WAN. LAN covers a small geographical area, few kilometers, and LAN is a privately owned network. So this is a pictorial view of this local area network you can see here. So here in a building or in a small area, these are the number of devices with the help of this LAN cable, computer, laptop, printer, router, and LAN cable connected with the help of this switch, and it combinedly together make an local area and networking area, which is named as a LAN here. So next one is MAN, metropolitan area network, are larger than that covered by a LAN and smaller than by covered to a WAN. So it is a collection of LAN within the same geographical area. For instance, a city, it is a network of so it is network of computer located at different site within a large physical area such as a city. MAN often acts as a high speed network to allow the sharing of regional resources. Companies that have several branches within the city, banks that are connected. MAN has a range of 5 to 50 kilometers. So the large geographical area may serve as an ISP, internet service provider here. So with the help of this, they can be connected. So in case of MAN, it is a basically bigger version of LAN. MAN used similar technology of LAN, high speed network in cheaper cost, bigger than the LAN, smaller than WAN already discussed in the city, from the 2 to more than 2 LAN network within each other. So examples are cable network, telephone network, DSL line. These are an example of this MAN system. So this will be simply a public city network like in a Ghaziabad city will be here, where the number of organizations are connected with the system. So it will named as a MAN. So wide area network we will see. So wide area network, WAN, is a type of network that covers a large geographical area such as like city, country, or even the entire world. So MAN is wide area network consists of 2 or more LANs or MANs. So WAN is typically used to connect devices and networks that are separated by a long distance. So and with the different cities here. So this can be connected. That means Ghaziabad connected to Agra. So networking, which area it will be named as WAN, wide area network. So it uses a variety of technology, transmission data over long distance, including lease line or satellite lines. WAN are typically slower than local area network due to the longer distance in transmitting data over the long distance. WAN often use protocols also because connection made to be there. So such as internet protocol to enable device to communicate with each other over the network. So the first WAN network was designed by US Air Force in the late 1950s. So these are some examples of this WAN: internet, most big banks, airline, stocks brokers, brokerages, railway reservation counter, satellites. So these are the examples of where these are connected together simultaneously. That will be the area for the transmission with each other. So that is your WAN. So this is a pictorial view of this WAN. You can see here where the devices are in the different countries. Devices are connected with each other. So this is a pictorial view of this wide area network. So this is a comparison table. You can see for this LAN, MAN, WAN, where the coverage area, it can be categorized on the basis of area, speed, cost, latency, data, transmission, security, reliability, infrastructure, advantages, disadvantages, and publication. So this is a picture will give some comparison between these three: LAN, MAN, and WAN here. So you can see here. So what will be the cost, latency, data transmission, what will be the situation. The in LAN it is fast, it is in moderate, in the WAN it is slow, slow compared to LAN or MAN here. So all the things can be covered here in the comparison of LAN, MAN and WAN here. So this is from I have to prepare this presentation for this subject. I have taken the reference from the book Frozen for data communication and network. And thank you and Jai.